Today on CityCast Houston. Now that it's officially fall, festivals are popping up all over Houston. But you know me, I love to have fun without spending a fortune. So I'm bringing on my friend and the co-owner of HoustonMom.com, Meagan Clanahan, to give me the best free fall festivals to check out this month around H-Town. It's Thursday, October 3rd. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Meagan, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Happy fall.
I know it's fall. I'm doing great. And I want to put you on the spot right out the gate. Okay. We love a good bluebonnet picture here in Houston and in Texas in general. But what's the better family picture? Is it the bluebonnet picture or is it the fall festival pumpkin hay background? Which one are we leaning towards?
Oh, I am such a fan of the fall picture. I don't know. I love a good sweater and boots and scarves. And, even though we might be sweating to death on that hay bale, I just think the season kind of lends to it. We've done the blue bonnets, but I love a good fall picture, and it makes for such great Christmas cards too, because it feels like seasonal when we send it out.
Wow. Davy Crockett right now is rolling in his grave. You just picked against the iconic blue bonnets. I can't believe this, Meagan.
I apologize to Lady Bird Johnson and her wildflower initiative and all of that. So they're really pretty to look at, but I feel like there's safety also in the hay bales and the pumpkins because I'm not worried about snakes and other varmints jumping out at my children while we're taking the bluebonnet photos, right?
So true. So true. And let's start right there. Where is a good free festival where we can get our fall photos and Instagram pictures for the month? What are you recommending here?
So there are a ton of fall festivals around. But as I was thinking about this, I think one place to head is Cornelius Nursery. They have 4 or 5 locations around Houston. And not only can you get your gourds and your pumpkins and your hay bales and all of that there, they have beautiful setups at their nurseries. And I think if you're just looking to grab a quick, Instagrammable pic and say like, hey, we did the hay bales and then we got our pumpkins. I think they have the cutest little setups. There are obviously options that you can go to that are a little more expensive, but I did think I found a deal and it's not free, but I
Okay.
feel like it's reasonable. So out at Froberg's, they are charging $50 for an hour. You reserve a photographer and you can go out into their fall field area, which is like full of like tons of like um, sunflowers and all sorts of like autonomous things. Or you can go into their hay bale or you can take pictures in their pumpkin patch and you get your own personal photographer and it's just $50. And I feel like that's a really reasonable price. And then you can go enjoy the farm after that.
Okay, so $50, you bring the whole family and you're taking as many pictures as you want and they're yours for $50?
Yeah, but you book online. And I imagine it goes pretty quickly, but you say
Wow.
where you want to take your pictures and book your spot. So, yeah, I was super impressed with that. I think that's new this year because I don't remember seeing that last year.
Man, that is a great deal. And I'm really cheap. And I think that's awesome. So that's a great
Yeah,
recommendation to get us going. Okay, for the free festivals,
yeah.
we're going to talk about a lot of them. And the number one thing that everyone always asks is like, hey, when I go to a festival, especially right now, I want that fall feeling. I want the pumpkins. I want all of that.
Yeah.
Now, sure, Cornelius is great for pictures, but give me a festival that's free that will hit that fall vibe.
Okay, so yeah, this one isn't exactly a fall festival per se, but it is a great pumpkin patch, and it's a perfect place to go to get that experience for
Mhm.
free. It's going to be at the farmers market, like the oldest farmers market we have here in Houston. It's the one off Airline, and every Saturday and Sunday in October, you can go out there and they have everything out there and you can enjoy all of the pumpkins. And I think they have some hay situations. And of course, then you can buy your produce, but they have activities for kids, all sorts of things. And it's 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays in October.
Yeah, I saw them post about that and it looks really good. That's one of my favorite places. When Chet Garner, the day tripper, was here filming, I was a guest on his show and that's where I took him.
Oh,
I
cool.
said, "Hey, we're going to Airline and we're going to the Houston Farmers Market, the OG. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. You can get all your produce as you mentioned. There's
Hmm.
vendors there Saturday and Sunday morning, and then you walk right across the street to El Bolillo and you get your baked goods, you get your pan dulces.
Yeah.
So that is an entire morning. Plus, you get the fall vibes. I love this.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I think they do it really well. It feels like you're kind of getting away a little bit with the fam.
Yeah. Okay. We also want to get scared this month, right? It's obviously a spooky month. We've got Halloween. We're looking forward to that. What's a good free festival that can give us that scary vibe?
Well, so I mean, there's places that have the Halloween vibes. So there's the Great Pumpkin Hunt. So that's going to be on October 24th, 4 p.m. So it's going to be more of an evening event. So that one sounded fun, but it didn't sound super, super scary for your
Mhm.
littles. So just enough to kind of like put in the Halloween, like spooky, spooky, but no one's going to pee in their pants at that one, you know?
Yeah.
Which if you have littles, like we kind of want to like avoid that. Um, we do also, by the way, have a great list up on our website of haunted houses that are kid friendly haunted houses. And so if you're looking for that spooky vibe, of course, most of them aren't going to be free, but if you're looking for a little bit spookier, you can do that. Of course, Zubu is always going to, kind of bring in those Halloween vibes there at the Houston Zoo. Um, Zubu is included with your general admission. Or if you're a member, then you can attend for free. And so you do want to get those tickets online. But if you're paying to go to the zoo anyway, just hang around and you get to experience all the Zubu activities there.
Yeah.
Definitely feels very Halloween. They encourage you to dress up in costumes and all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna count that as a free one, right? Because that's included with your ticket. So I like that one.
Yeah.
Zubu's always a great time. You get to dress up and walk around. It's so much fun to see all the kids like really enjoying the zoo. And then, of course, the scary side of it, right? Quote unquote. It's really not that scary. It's just more, get your candy and just see everybody else in costumes.
Yeah. So fun.
Okay, this next one, I want to go out and be with the community, like a
Hmm.
big festival, something where we're all just getting together. So give me something where we're celebrating with each other, we're enjoying this great weather, the best free community festival.
I think you need to mark your calendars for Saturday, October 24th. And out at Buffalo Bayou, they have a huge kids fest for everything Halloween. And they are going to have like face painting and vendors and again, encouraged to dress up. But Buffalo Bayou is such a picturesque location. And they have thousands that go out there, but that's all day, I think, on the 24th, and it is completely free. And there's also a great one at City Center, and that's like more of a trick or treat situation. So
Oh,
you
cool.
can go out to City Center on October 27th. It's 1 to 4 p.m. And all the little storefronts are going to have candy. And so you bring your own bucket, BYOB, and you can go trick or treat in city center, dressed up in costume. Of course, we know they have a great green space over there, and tons of food options and adult drink options for those
Yeah.
who want to partake. But that would be a really fun, thing to do, and it is completely free as well.
You also have Scream on the Green, which is an annual favorite for so many Houstonians at Discovery Green. That one just always pops off. It's so cool to see everybody there. But man, these are going to be a lot of fun. I love these community ones. I want to go to the suburbs, though. Okay. I love the suburbs. I'm a suburb kid.
Yeah.
I like my space and all that. But we also have some fun festivals as well. Give me a couple of suburban free festivals that are worth the drive.
Yeah, so the Burbs can do some things really right,
Yeah.
and there are a few things. I know you love the Holy Cross Episcopal. They're in Sugarland. Shout out to the Sugarland peeps. You guys do it up right,
Yeah.
and you can jump on a hayride or whatever you want to do for that. St. Peter's in Katy. Their Kingsland location does a handful of things. So they have their pumpkin patch, but they're also going to have a fall festival on October 12th, and that's a 1 to 4 p.m. I think kids like 12 and under are free, so we're going to call it kind of free.
It's kind of
Um,
we're good. Yeah.
Kind of free. And but they have a ton of things to do and vendors. And again, the face painters, you can buy like your fall goods. And
Mhm.
they're gonna have inflatables and jumpies and all of that.
I want to pause you there real quickly. Face painters, you bring them up. At what age did you stop letting your kids get the face painting done?
Have I stopped? I don't know.
No, you haven't stopped. I stopped my daughter at like 6. I was like, "Come on. Yeah, we're paying like $20 here and you're going to wipe this off in about 10 minutes."
That's so funny. I think maybe at some point, I mean, mine are 14 and, my son definitely grew out of it pretty early.
Yeah.
My daughter still loves a good butterfly or whatever. And like, well,
Enjoy it.
YOLO,
That's good.
YOLO. I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm not going to lie. I like a costume and I like a face paint. So I might
Okay.
even throw one on. So I don't know. I don't know. No rules, just right.
I just tell my daughter, like, "Oh, we'll just do it when we get home. I'll do the face painting for you. We'll save $20." That's how cheap I am.
Dad. And then you just like sprinkle some glitter on there and you're like, look, you're a fairy.
Yeah. This year, we'll just do it before we head out to the festival. She'll be ready. Like, "Look, you already have the face paint. We're good."
Maybe that's the key though, is that her costume incorporates some sort of face paint and then it's already
Yeah.
on there and you can't wreck her costume.
Boom.
So whatever that
There
looks
you
like. I
go.
mean, that's a mom hack
There
right there.
All right, back to your list. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And so, Westminster UMC, all month long, they have tons of events from their pumpkin patch to their festivals. And they're doing like some adult things out there. And they all look to be fairly free activities. But they're definitely celebrating out at Westminster UMC.
Mhm.
I think what you need to do is hop on your neighborhood groups. If you're in, Katy, Sugarland, Tomball, the Woodlands, everyone is having some sort of pumpkin patch at their local churches. And so I think hopping on those hive mind groups to see, because
Mhm.
there are a ton, and
Yeah.
see where your friends are going to, and make a plan.
All right, couple more categories here for you. The next one I want to do is the best under the radar free festival.
Okay, so I thought this one sounded super fun. This is the Chapel Hill Scarecrow Festival. So Chapel Hill is a little bit outside of Houston, but I think if you want to make a day of it, this could be super, super fun. It is October 12th through 13th. It is completely free. So Chapel Hill, that brings us the blue bonnets, as we were alluding to earlier.
Yep.
Um, in the fall, they bring us the scarecrows. And so I don't think many people know about it. And I do think it could be a really fun little day trip, kind of out there, and also great picture opportunities. I mean, you get to take pictures with scarecrows. Um, and yeah, and they have all the vendors and food and, some kind of areas set up for photo ops as well. So I think that could be a really fun little under the radar.
That sounds like a blast. I think I'm gonna do that one. Yeah, I love a good scarecrow. I think those are so underrated for that fall
Yeah.
feeling. We never bring them up, like, they're a big part of it. So I like this one a lot.
Right. No, we don't talk about the scarecrows. We talk about the
Yeah,
hay bales
forget
and
them.
the pumpkins, but the scarecrows are an important part, I
Yeah.
think. Mhm.
All right, last one. Give me a good festival where we're gonna go and spend some money on the eats. Okay, I want to eat really good. I don't know. Just want to have a good time out there. Do you have one for me for good eats?
So we think most of these free festivals are going to have great food. They're going to have those food trucks out there. You can always eat really well. The people know where to go.
Yeah.
But then, of course, we have all of kind of the big boys. festivals that you are going to pay a little bit more. It is an experience. So those are the ones we're talking about, like the Dewberry, the Blessington, the P6, the Old McDonald Farm. All of those are still going to have some really yummy food options for you, especially since you're paying a little bit more. And why not? While you're there, grab, some sort of, they'll probably have some apple covered confections and
Yeah.
some, like cider for adults and things like that. Houston doesn't go hungry often, and
No.
they we understand that food is an important part of the experience, and especially for some of these larger festivals that you're paying larger admission rates for. They know you're going to be there for a while, and just be prepared for the sugar high because they're going to
Yeah.
have like all the confectionery sugar and cotton candy and all of that too. So
That's what I was gonna jump in with is at these festivals, you probably won't get like the best savory food. Like they're gonna be good stuff, but it's the
yeah,
dessert, right? It's that time of year where we're indulging a little bit. We're gonna let go, and then we'll focus on the diet come January. So it starts
right.
right now, and I just love going to these places and picking up all sorts of, as you mentioned, caramel covered apples with Fruit Loops on top. Like, why are we putting Fruit Loops on here? But we are. You know why? Because it's October. We're gonna do this.
Because now we can wear a hoodie
Yeah.
and a vest and
Yeah.
nobody sees. It's like the perfect time to start your indulgence, like for
Yep.
your fall and winter body is ready to come into play, right? So
Yep. We have to
yeah.
protect ourselves from that 60-degree weather. We gotta be ready. Megan, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for all these great recommendations. I'm listing them
Yeah.
all in our show notes. So we'll see everyone out and about, and I'll see you out and about as well. All right.
Thanks so much for the time.
That was Meagan Clanahan. You can check out her work on HoustonMom.com. If you enjoyed this episode, share this with 3 moms who are always looking for something to do with the family or friends, and please rate and review the podcast wherever you listen. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Houston. Thanks. That will do it for today. I'm Raheel Ramzanali. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
We're just gonna hope that my dogs like stay chill.
Yeah.
It's they're very loud, and now they're looking out that they're like toddlers. They wait
Yeah.
until I am on the phone, and they're like, "Rrr. Hey guys, come here. No, we're not doing this because if you go outside, you're gonna bark."